Hi everybody, my name's Nicole and it's week 2 of our Summer CSA program. We have a really leafy box for everybody this week, starting with lacinato kale and rainbow chard. These are two nice bunching greens that we grow out in the field. Lacinato kale is great fresh in salads. You can also cook with it. Swiss chard I would recommend cooking with. It can be a little bit bitter if you eat it fresh, but if you mix it up with some other sweet greens, it could be okay. You can use Swiss chard similar to how you would use spinach cooked up. You could put it in your eggs. I like to make spanakopita with it and keep the stems in there for a little extra crunch. You should not just toss these in your fridge. If they are a little bit wilty when they get to you, I would trim the base of the stem off, put it in a cup of water like a bouquet, and put it in your fridge. If they're still nice and perky when they arrive, you can put them in a bag or a container in the crisper drawer in your fridge for best storage. And these will last quite a while in your fridge. You don't need to worry about eating these up too quickly. We also have cilantro and curly parsley for everybody this week. While these are both herbs, I would recommend storing them a little bit differently. Just like that chard and kale, you can trim the base of the stem off your parsley and put it in a cup of water in your fridge. I would do this whether or not it's wilty. It'll just stay nice and perky for you. Cilantro, however, does not like getting wet. I would put this in a container or a bag in your fridge. If it is a little bit wilty, you could trim the stems, put it in water, but try to keep the leaves as dry as possible, as they can tend to get slimy if they're introduced to too much moisture. My favorite thing to do with these two herbs combined is make homemade falafel. We also have red beets for everybody, as well as some yellow spring onions. The tops on these beets are a little bit smaller than the ones you got last week. These were field grown, but they are still edible. You can eat them just like that chard you got in your box, so you can just mix it all together. Remove the root from the top when you store these to make sure that that root does not dry out. Keep these in a container in your fridge. These onions are a fresh onion. They're not cured, so they don't have those papery skins on them. Spring onions are harvested just as they're starting to bulb up. You can kind of see they're a little bulbous, but the greens are also tender enough to still eat. They have sort of a strong flavor, but you could use them similar to those scallions you got last week. I would put this in a bag in your fridge if you can fit it. Again, that nice big bag that comes in your CSA box would be a great option to store this in. And then finally, we have our cut and wash salad mix for everybody this week. This is a mix of green and red and curly and butter lettuces. This comes in a nice perforated bag that's great to just stick in your fridge the way that it is. I would just give it a gentle twist if it isn't already. But because this is washed already, it is a little bit more perishable than the other things you're receiving in your box. So I would eat this up within the next couple of days for best results. Otherwise, it can get a little bit slimy in your fridge. So a great base for fun salads with sliced spring onion and pickled beet. That's everything for this week. Enjoy your veggies.